Welcome to Reset to Healthier Relationships, Sunday night at 9. I am your host, Coach Glenda, here with my course manager, Rufus Carpenter. This is your soft place to land and your sacred space to breathe. Tonight, we're stepping into a truth many men and women carry quietly, that love, even deep, real love, is not always enough to keep a relationship healthy or whole. We're releasing guilt, shame, and the belief that your love should have fixed what wasn't aligned. We're reconnecting to wisdom that compatibility, shared values, emotional availability, and stability matters just as much as love. And we're rising into a new standard, choosing relationships where love is supported by safety, consistency, and respect. Let's breathe together and begin our reset. Mr. Carpenter, would you like to share a couple of words this evening?
Good evening, everybody. Glad to have you here. I trust that everybody had a great holiday, and it's where you didn't freeze too much because the weather's getting cold. But tonight's a great topic. It's a light topic. It's something that we all can share. Love isn't enough when the chemistry and compatibility don't align. We're talking about understanding why love alone don't sustain a relationship. It's something This is something we all been there. I want to hope that we're all at an age that we outgrown this. That now, when we talk about love or relationships or being with someone, now that we're at a point now where we can look at things like safety. We can look at things like consistency and respect for one another. These are the things, but we're all human. We're all human beings. We like what we like, and we want what we like, what we want. So sometimes chemistry and that person that just blows your mind, especially, I was at a comedy show the other night, and I heard a lady say if she had a comedian for a boyfriend, she would just have a great time because he would always keep her laughing. And I thought about that. I said, if she had a boyfriend that was a comedian, always kept her laughing, you know, I hope that it'll be more than that because laughter is good. But I think it takes just a tad bit more, and that's what we're going to talk about tonight. We're going to talk about what it takes to sustain a successful relationship over time. All right, Glenda.
All right, for the ones that are just joining us, tonight's topic is love isn't enough when chemistry and compatibility don't align, understanding why love alone doesn't sustain a relationship. All right, love can feel powerful, magnetic, and emotionally satisfying, but love alone cannot hold a relationship together when core values, emotional needs, communication styles, or long-term goals do not align. This session tonight will help men and women understand why this happens and how to stop blaming ourselves for relationships that could not thrive.
Yeah. No, I was going to say a lot of people feel that love fixes everything in a relationship. He loves me, she loves me, so everything is fine. Not necessarily.
Right,
As you're
right.
going to find out tonight, not necessarily. Go ahead, Glenda.
That's that young love. That's not that mature adult love.
I don't know now. Wait a minute. Hold up. Hold up now. I was okay until you said that.
Well, when I got married at 19, it's 19. I think it was 19. I It was based off of love. It wasn't based off of nothing about stability, our values, anything like that, our spiritual growth, our spiritual journey, anything like that. It was basically built on love. I knew that I loved him and he knew that he loved me. And, I was highly influenced by my grandmother, but that was, under the age of 20. But today, I know now that it takes more than I love you to sustain a lifelong commitment.
So you've been listening to Tina Turner, huh? What love got to do with it? I was waiting to put that in there. I was waiting to put that in there. I got it in there now.
Okay.
Go ahead. We're having fun, y'all. It's this is really a very serious topic, but we got to have fun. Hey, go ahead.
Okay. So we're going to dive into our first example for tonight, the chemistry high. Tanya adored Marcus. He made her smile. The chemistry was fire, and the connection felt distant. But he avoided hard conversations, didn't want a commitment, and shut down every time she had needs. She blamed herself until she realized chemistry was strong, but values were weak.
Read that again because I think something was going across when you first started. So can you explain it out again before we tackle it?
Not a problem. Example one, the chemistry high. Tanya adored Marcus. He made her smile. The chemistry was fire, and the connection felt destined. But he avoided hard conversations, didn't want a commitment, and shut down anytime she had needs. She blamed herself until she realized the chemistry was strong, but values were weak.
This is an interesting one. Could this relationship work? The first question I have, could this relationship work? Any takers?
Oh,
It could work. It could sustain if things changed, if they communicated.
okay, I would take
They
that.
they had the loving part. Now they need the communication part. It could be sustained that way, I think.
Okay, but listen to Tanya in this. She says Marcus don't want to play ball. Marcus
Right.
don't want to belly up to the bar.
Yeah, he didn't want a commitment, and he shut down anytime she had needs.
Now, I've been in Marcus in relationships like this. I've been a Marcus, but my reason for being a Marcus in a relationship like this, I was trying to get what I could get. I wasn't trying to stay long term. I hate, since we're being honest and truthful here,
Mhm.
I can see Marcus' point of view because sometimes it's something like the one we did last week. Sometimes you're a bridge or you're for a moment, you're not for long term. And this is similar to one Sharon said about 3 or 4 weeks back when Sharon had the thing that said that whenever she would have an issue with someone, they'd always say, like, you never have faults. And this is something that's like similar to Sharon question because this person shuts down to keep from having to answer or keep from having to be a man in that situation or being an equal partner in that situation. So this person shuts down. So what if you was Tanya, what would you do? Anybody, if you were Tanya, how would you handle this relationship?
I would push back.
Okay, pushback meaning what?
um I would just start pulling away from the individual. I would, whatever I was doing that he was benefiting from, whether it was cooking, making myself readily available for him, I would stop. I would stop because if I desired a commitment and he didn't, first of all, there's a problem. There's a gap right there for me. And then he always avoided hard conversations. Yeah, that's a turnoff for me. Because you need to be, I mean, at our age, 35 and up, you should be able to have those hard conversations with someone that you're intimate with or someone that you are in a relationship with. And apparently Marcus isn't making his intentions known by being upfront and honest with Tanya. Because, if he would have said up front in the beginning, I'm not looking for a commitment, and he pretty much, gave her the cold shoulder when the hard conversations came up, wouldn't maybe she wouldn't have started to blame herself, and she probably would have pulled away, sooner rather than later. And this scenario wouldn't even be a topic of discussion at this moment. So apparently her feelings and everything got involved. She got in a little too deep, and she's starting to realize that something's not right here. I mean, I like our energy. I like the way we connect and vibe together. But when it comes to those serious and hard topics and the things that really count, that real relationships are the foundation of, this is not going to work.
Anyone else want to comment on this relationship? Any more comments? And the reason why I ask any more comments, because if Tanya asks Marcus, do you love me? And Marcus say yes, and he probably really do love her. And he said yes. Would that be the do all and be all to save the relationship? Even
No.
though he acts like this?
I
No.
would say no.
Explain, Sharon.
Oh, no. Well, the only reason I said no because you can love a person for who they are, but that don't mean you have to be in love with them. Or because you do love them as a person, that doesn't mean you want anything intimate or you wanted to go further than that.
Great answer. Great answer. So you can save me a lot of conversation, Sharon, because that's what it is. You can love a person, but you don't have to be in a long-term relationship with them. And that's everybody you love don't mean everybody you're supposed to date and be in love with or marry. You can love people and still don't have that. You can have that close love with people and still don't marry, be in a relationship with. So great answer, Sharon. Thank you. Any more questions before we go to 2? Okay. 2, Glenda.
All right. Example number 2, perfect on paper. Jada and Terrence were compatible in goals, faith, and lifestyle, but emotionally, they never synced. He wanted logic. She needed reassurance. They loved each other, but they never emotionally aligned. Compatibility without emotional intimacy still leaves gaps.
Same question. Can this one work?
Yes.
I ain't want you to answer, Glenda. I want someone else to answer it. You're a coach. You got all the experience. Can someone else answer this? Could this work?
I don't think so. I think really and truly it would have to go deeper. You got to have more than just emotionally. You kind of, to me, I think, let's face it, I think the sexual part plays a big portion in a relationship. And that's where I think two people kind of meet and melt together. I don't care whatever else they're dealing with. If it don't work there, I don't think they should continue beyond that point. I think it's over.
Okay.
If it don't work, where?
In the sexual relationship part. I think if that doesn't work, I don't think the relationship will work, because I think someone would seek what they're looking for. They're going to get satisfaction in that category.
Interesting.
Okay, because it says they're compatible in goals, they're compatible in faith, they're compatible in lifestyle, but that emotional never got synced there. Compatibility without emotional intimacy still leaves a gap. Someone else talk about this one.
It's 2 more, with 3.
Did you want to talk about this, Mr. Kingdom? Because you lit up.
I'm just listening.
Oh, okay. All right. Because this is a very good one here. This one really comes into play because to have a great relationship, there are certain things that have to be involved. First, got to be core values. Okay, it says that they have the same goals. So that's possibly core values. Said emotional needs, and this was the gap, the emotional needs. You got to have communication. And sometimes it's not only just communication, but the communication styles come into play. Long-term goals, do they align? This one said they had the same goals. So just that emotional piece wasn't aligned. Because let's talk about this one, because sometimes when you're in a relationship and you get older, sometimes intimacy fades because you just don't have the physical ability to do it anymore.
Right.
So in this, when it says that they never align, there's a gap. So could a relationship strive without that?
I think like when a person when there's a problem health-wise
Mm-hmm.
or sexual or physical emotional compatibility, there's understanding that go behind that.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that's where we give each other grace, and I think we will align there. I don't think that would be a destructive point. But when we both and partners are functioning physically and capable, then yes, it is a deterrent if it's not aligned.
Okay. So,
And I personally don't think you should keep each other like that. Maybe you should stay each other. That's where you say, what did Jada Pinkett say? We had that oh I don't know what she called it.
I got it. I remember. Let me think of what it is. I think entanglement, entanglement,
Entanglement. That's where
entanglement.
that's where that comes into play.
So she went and got it outside the marriage.
Yeah, that it's going to happen. It's going to happen. That's it.
And since you brought that up, let's talk about some alternatives because some people settle. Some people say if I want 10 things and you can give me 7 or you give me eight of them 10, shit, we doing all right. We gonna make it. We gonna make it work. I know why Glenda's laughing, but I can't say it. But we gonna make it work. Because we're talking about people to be in a relationship with people. Because some people feel like a piece of person or a piece of relationship. I know the devil that I'm sleeping with every night versus in the street. So let's be realistic. How many of us seen people settle? How many of us seen people stay in relationships that nowhere in the hell you would have stayed in? And I'm sorry to say it like that. Nowhere in the heck you'd have stayed in that relationship, but they stayed. You've had go ahead, Anna.
I'm sorry. I was just going to say I have, and I'm aware of a relationship. I mean, you never know from the outside, but from listening to what someone says that is in a relationship that I'm aware of, I see they're settling and they're going to continue to settle. That person has made a commitment is to God. I have accepted this person as my partner, as my mate. And no matter what, as long as that person don't get rid of me, I'll take whatever they dish out.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't give that person my honest opinion. I just say, oh, okay, and just go on, because I just feel like that's between that person and God, what they have done or what they chose to do. But I just look at it and say, I couldn't do it. That's all I could see.
And
I
then
don't think so.
go ahead, Johnny. It sound like Johnny.
Okay, well, like if two people been together beforehand, they were intimate and everything, and then something happened that they became physical, couldn't do it physically anymore, then they should stay in that relationship. I think if that because they would have built up a relationship like that. But now, if two people come together and one is physical, the other one is not, then I don't know if it's going to work like that or not because I don't think the other one be accepting of the other. I don't know. But I think that if it was been beforehand, then it would work. But if it hadn't been beforehand, then it won't work.
Johnny
Well,
touched on an interesting point. And what Johnny's first point was, we call it emotional deposits. They had been in a relationship, both of them could do everything that needed to be done, and the person did what needed to be done. And they put enough emotional deposits in that other person that the other person saw the value of going long term with them, even though they couldn't do it anymore. But they had put in enough emotional deposits that they had something in the bank, pretty much. And that's what kept the relationship going. And then at the end, if they never had a chance to build up those emotional deposits, that's when the other person said, well, you're short on you, buddy. You're short. I can't sustain this. Go ahead, Johnny. You go ahead.
well,
Put up again.
well, I'm gonna tell you this. Y'all whole topic is can you love a person and sustain a marriage or a relationship without the intimacy and all that. What y'all missing is the concept. You got what they call being
in love with a person and you got the concept of loving a person. Right now, all I heard is everybody talking about loving a person. It's a big, big difference. If you in love with a person and that person in love with you, certain things don't matter in there as long as you're getting all the other attributes. You understand? But if you just
Very
loving
much
a
so.
person, shit, it ain't gonna work. If you missing that, hell no, it ain't gonna work because you just love that person.
Okay,
But when you in love and your soul is in it, you can do without.
okay, Mr. I'm
That's
glad
part of
you brought
that
that up,
true
Mr.
commitment.
King. I'm glad you brought that
What?
up. That's very interesting. I'm glad you brought it up like that. So in this scenario, since Jada and Terrence were compatible goals and all that, and they were in love, like you said, with each other. They were actually in love with each other, and one came up liking. Because they were in love with each other, the other person just gonna say, okay, we're in love with each other, so no matter what, we're gonna continue on. Is that what you're saying, sir?
That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is if you in love with a person
Mm-hmm.
and that one person is lacking in a certain spot,
Mm-hmm.
they're gonna do whatever they need to do to compensate for that lacking. So they'll build up, and it's like a blind person. A blind person can't see, so his sensitivity for his hearing enhances.
Mm-hmm.
A person that can't hear, his sensitivity of sight and reading lips is going to enhance.
Mm-hmm.
So if you're in love with a person and they're lacking on this side, they're going to compensate on another side. Say, for example, if I'm in love with her, but I can't work, then I'm gonna bust my chop and make sure the crib is taken care of. I'm gonna be at home. You know, I'm gonna pick up the slack somewhere else to compensate to still keep it balanced. That's what you do when you're in love with a person. That's how you manage when you lack in a spot. You understand?
Yeah.
That's why there's a lot of females in relationships and marriages, as they say, he's too little, he this, that, and the other. They still manage it and stay there, and vice versa, because they're in love, and where they're slacking on one part, they might be doing something else in there to make up for it.
Well, that's what I asked you, sir.
See, it's a difference.
That's what
And
I
I'm
asked
just, it's a difference. It's a difference being in love with a person and just loving them.
you. Okay.
You
And
go
that's
that
what I asked
extra
you, sir.
yard when you're in love.
That's what I was saying. Where if they're in love
Well,
and
you got,
one look like him. Okay. So we agree on that, correct? I just want to make sure.
yeah, but okay. So next time you ask me that question or a question similar to that, make it make sense. I'm gonna stick on that.
Oh, Def, thank you for clearing that for me. Anybody else want to comment before we
Make it.
move on? Sharon, you gonna say something, Sharon?
No, 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 no. I was just laughing. I hit the
Okay.
thing back.
All right. Now, so I guess okay, in the chat, put in the chat if you think these people should stay together, put stay. If you think they should break up, put break in chat, and we're gonna see how many stays and how many breaks we got. If you think that they should stay because they're in love, like Mr. Kingdom says, stay. And if you think one in love and other issues, put break. So we're gonna see how many stays and we see how many breaks we got. I'm gonna give you a minute, and then Glenda count. Just tell me the counts, which is
Well,
more.
I ain't chatting. I ain't
Okay.
chatting, but I'm telling you, stay.
Okay, so we'll count your stay. We'll count your stay without you chatting, sir. We'll count your stay. All right, got 30 seconds, Glenda. And who has is the stays or the break? All right, Glenda, what's your tally?
Got 4 stays and 1 break.
Okay, stay. All right, so
5 stays and 1 break.
all right, so we're gonna stay on that one. Let's go to the next one.
Hold on. Oh, I got a question.
Yes. Oh, I'm sorry.
Don't
Question.
worry
Okay.
yet.
Any questions on this? Go ahead, sir.
To the one that said break, explain why would you break.
Wait, Mr. Kingdom. Hold up, Mr. Kingdom. Hold up, Mr. Kingdom. We're gonna let people have their own opinion. Now, if they want to share why they said, that's great, because this form you can get in for as little as much as you want. Your
Rufus,
answers. I just
Rufus,
want to let them know that.
Rufus.
Yes, sir.
I understand, but Rufus,
Uh-huh. I'm listening.
Question was, for one that said break,
Mm-hmm.
can they explain? That's a yes or no answer. If they don't feel like they want to explain, we all can.
Okay, we just want to make sure my responsibility as manager to make sure everybody understand the house rules. House rules is you can get in for as much or little as you wanna. So you never have to feel like you have to answer or you have to give any kind of comment. But if you want to, we appreciate you doing it. Okay. All right. That person, if they wanted to answer that break, you can. If you don't want to answer, we can move on to number 3. Going once, going twice.
I would find that in that
Okay, good.
situation, as far as a break is concerned, it's because for me, they would leave doubt on whether or not this person stays true, or whatever this person may or may not be doing. If it was me in that type of relationship, I would be an going out person. I would tip out on the relationship. I wouldn't stay completely sure I can love that person and be happily loving them, be in love with them. But I definitely, if the sexual relationship part didn't work and we both are both healthy and there is no problem with us, I'm gonna go. I'm gonna find what I'm looking for.
Well,
That's just
can
it.
I say?
Go ahead, Sharon.
Okay, now see, now I see it like this. It depends on how long we've been together and what kind of seriousness or closeness that we really do have. Because I wouldn't care that they tipped out on me. You know what I'm saying? As long as they didn't let me know it or make it obvious. You know what I'm saying?
That's a good
No,
one.
I wouldn't
okay,
care.
we're talking about the intimacy part, right?
Yes,
Right,
sir.
right,
You talk about
exactly.
intimacy.
Yes, sir.
Okay, let me ask y'all something personal.
We waiting for you, sir. We're here. Where'd he go? He went off. He fell off.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think he fell off. Or did he?
Oh,
What
Kingdom, you still
happened?
here, Kingdom?
he hit the
Some
wrong button.
I ain't hit no button.
Okay, go
Oh,
ahead. Go ahead.
I thought y'all just cut me off because I was getting deep.
No, 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 no. You never. We were waiting for you to finish. You never finished.
No, because I got cut off. But
Nobody cut
anyway,
you off. Go ahead.
my question is it certain attributes towards intimacy that y'all desire? Because there's a lot of things you can do to be truly, I mean, truly pleased and satisfied without certain parts of intimacy. There's different versions of it. So just because they lack it in one part of that intimacy, would y'all still step out?
Johnny.
Okay, so I think this is sort of directed a little bit. What I'm saying is this: if I'm in a relationship or there is a relationship, and yes, we do love each other, in love with each other, but our intimate relationship, we both are healthy. Our intimate relationship is not whole, and based on the fact that either we just can't make it together, or it don't work out, or one of us is just not doing what the other need or want. Mr. Kingdom, for me, yes, I'm going out.
Okay,
Okay.
that's understandable. I'm just stuck on the actual
It's not
scenario, the example that she gave, to opposed to not being personal.
okay. It's not a point where you can use this or you can use that. It's a matter of is the partner capable? They have their physical health. There's no health issues, but there's just not compatibility there. So it can be love, but it's not going to be complete.
Okay.
Well, if there's no compatibility there, then why are they together?
Yeah,
because
that makes
because they love each other. I can see you loving each other, but that doesn't mean that because I love you or because we have love for each other that all areas are okay.
Well, compatibility would seem like a
but
make.
you know,
One at a time. Sharon first, then Mr. Kingdom.
I got quiet.
Oh, I already said it. Even though.
Now Johnny lit
So,
up once. Johnny, were you gonna say something else? Because you lit up once.
well, I understand what
You
she's saying about the
gotta see it. I hope it's not.
compatibility.
You can't hear it.
I understand what she's saying about the compatibility, but it also stems and depend on you willing and trying. You understand? If you ain't trying and you stagnant and just content with, okay, this is me, this you just deal with it type situation. Yes, I agree with you 100%. Go get it somewhere else. But if that person is honestly trying or they're into it, trying to compensate somewhere else to help you or another way of helping you, I think it's worth standing there if you're in love, truly in love with each other, and try to make it work. But I agree, everybody have their own opinion. And if that's how you feel, hey, I'm not mad at you.
Okay, Johnny. Did you want to say something? Because you lit up several times. I want to make sure we give you an opportunity to talk. Okay, so I guess he's not. And a lot of somebody asked a question: why they're together? Sometimes people settle. Sometimes people says they settle, and that's why sometimes people are together. All right, Glenda, you ready for the three?
All right. Example number 3, choosing peace over passion. After you, after years of choosing spark over substance, Keisha met someone calm, consistent, and emotionally available. Not as exciting, but deeply safe. She realized she was rising into a new season where emotional stability felt like a superpower.
Okay, read that one more time.
All right. Example number 3, choosing peace over passion. After years of choosing spark over substance, Keisha met someone calm, consistent, and emotionally available. Not as exciting, but deeply safe. She realized she was rising into a new season where emotional stability felt like a superpower.
Oh, that's an interesting one. Anybody got any comments about this one?
Yeah, I
Yeah.
do.
Okay,
I,
do Sharon first. Sharon, go
uh,
ahead, Sharon.
yeah, I'll take the piece. I'll take the piece 100%. Forget the rest. I'll take that piece. And
Hey,
that's
Okay,
being
so your comment was, Sharon, you would take the piece.
yes, yes. As I was continuing to grow, or start living life differently, or
Got
looking
it,
at life
got it,
differently, I
got
would
it.
take the piece. Yes.
So you don't want no
Sharon,
drama. You don't want no live sparks and drama, huh?
Yeah. No.
Okay,
No.
got it. Okay. All right. Now I think
Sharon,
who
it
was
was me. That was Kingdom.
okay. Go ahead, Kenny.
Sharon, I agree with you 100% because, first of all, peace is what keeps you happy.
Hmm.
There's a lot of people that don't need that passionate because a lot of people is not touchy feeling. So a lot of people don't desire that and need all that extra, as they call it. But as long as you got that peace of mind, you're going to be happy and you content with that. You can grow off that peace because that peace is going to keep you sane. You ain't going to be stressing. So I agree with you.
When Sharon said that, I started smiling. The reason why I started smiling because some people like excitement. Some people said people that ain't no excitement, that person boring. So they don't want to stay.
It
It's,
all depends on the excitement.
yeah, they got
Every
some got to be jumping off. They don't want peace. A lot of
But see,
people.
that's somebody who's they're Angela. They got to have that to be turned on. They got to have that excitement to make it happen and make it work.
Correct.
So they lacking somewhere. I'm sorry. I want that peace of mind. I don't want that arguing and stuff. That'll bust my heart.
Yeah, because see, think about it. She said first she chose Spark a lot of years before she realized there was peace.
Because she
So
It
there
found
was,
was
someone that was calm and consistent and emotionally available.
because I remember one time I was trying to date this girl. And man, she was a nice lady, and I thought we were nice for each other, and I was trying to date her. And she wouldn't give me the time of day. She wanted these thugs. She wanted these motorcycle thugs. And then when she got older, she's talking about let's talk. Man, please. I chased you for years. You were thugs. Now You want to got old, now you want to talk to me. So so this one, I seen this play out for real.
You know, that just remind me of what you just said.
What?
Something Boosie said about Vivica Fox. She's done been everywhere and around the industry,
Mm-hmm.
and now she wants to settle down. Boosie said, "Who wants somebody that old to settle down when they done been around the block? They want something fresh, something new, something exciting, something to build with. It's too late for you to build." That's what Boosie said, and that's what you just said makes sense.
Yeah.
When I tried to give you the opportunity, you wanted more. You wanted to go do this, that, and the other with the thugs.
Yep.
I'm not that one.
She just needs to find someone new. She don't need to circle back to something old.
Yep.
No, she need to be who she is. If that's what she wanted back then, she should keep wanting it.
I'm telling you, because I said, what the world? And I thought it could mean I thought me and her would be a great couple.
Mm-hmm.
And she wouldn't give me time of day back then. So
That's
I
just
said,
like in my
wow.
situation. That's in my situation right now.
Yep.
I would shoot. I had money back in the day still. I had the cars. I had my own crib and job, everything, right? But nobody wanted to talk to me. I had a limp. They didn't want to talk to me. Shit,
Mm-hmm.
now they got hit by a train. They got a big check coming. Everybody want to talk now. You understand?
But
And the same ones that, huh?
you're highly marketable now, huh?
Yeah, the thing is, though, what they fail to realize, I've always lived my life where I paid for everything that I had cash, the house, the cars. I never financed nothing. I paid for it. So
Mm-hmm.
I owned it all. So that same, as they say, ratchet money I was spending back then,
Mm-hmm.
I'm still spending now. But they looking at the big check that's getting ready to come. Y'all crazy. Y'all could have had everything then. Don't come
They
to
want
me
to be
now.
they want to be like the first coming to America. Remember the black lady when he got off the train and she said, "If you really a prince, I'll marry you."
Yeah. She
Yeah,
was serious too.
yeah. Bark
Those
like a dog.
women didn't mean you
Aroo,
any good, Mr.
aroo.
Keenum.
They don't mean me no good no way. They can be good,
Right,
but they don't mean me no good.
right. They don't mean you no good anyway
I ain't
because
got
they
time
want
for
you
that.
down.
I
Okay.
got the perfect thing right now.
That's awesome. That's awesome. I think Glenda gonna ask us some questions. Glenda, what are those questions you're gonna ask us?
All right. The first question is, have you ever loved someone deeply but realized you weren't compatible? What
Yeah,
made you aware of the mismatch?
Okay, who answered first? Somebody, I think somebody answered first. Want to
I thought it was
comment?
Mr. Keenum.
I
You want
said yeah.
you want to comment on it, sir?
All I know, that scale boy was digging in the dirt on one side, the other side was touching God. That's how different it was. You know, you got a scale that's unbalanced. One
Mm-hmm.
side down on the ground, the other side way up in the air,
Mm-hmm.
like a teeter-totter. Oh, shoot, yeah. When they
Well,
all about themselves
right.
and you always giving
Yep.
nothing in return, come on. And then, as my ex will tell me all the time, I give with stuff with expectations of somebody giving me back. I don't have expectations.
Right.
I have understandings, meaning if I'm there for you and you love me the way I love you, you're going to give automatically. I shouldn't have to expect nothing. You know, I don't do it to ask for nothing for return, but damn, you should give something in return just because, if
And
that
I
makes
kind of agree
sense.
with Mr. Kingdom on that because
Go ahead, Sharon.
I agree with Mr. Kingdom on that because if a person care about a person, you shouldn't have to tell them how to show you they care about you. It will come
Right.
out of that.
Exactly.
And a good example of that again, I was after my accident, I'm just stuck in the bed fighting for my life, right? I got a son, well, actually a stepson, what I call him my son after these years. The man, I can count on one hand in 4 years how many times he called just to check up on me and still got fingers left. Okay. When I spoke to his mom, it's like, he ain't got to call you. I'm like, if I'm struggling for my life, and if he really loves me, he's going to call and check up just to see how I'm doing. He's going to call to check up and see if I need anything. That's
That's
showing
right.
care and concern.
That's
If
right.
you can't call me and check up on my well-being, you understand? But you can call me and say, hey, you know somebody got this, or can you help me with that? No, bruh, come on. If you can call me to ask for something, you can call to check and say, hey man, how you doing?
Got that right.
But I think, Mr. Kingdom, I think all kids are like that. I don't think just your son.
No, no,
I
all
don't think
kids
just
ain't
your
like
son,
that.
sir. I don't think just
All
your
kids,
son. I think a lot
all
of kids
kids
are
ain't
like
like
that.
that.
I think a lot of
All
kids are
kids
like
not
that.
like that. I got four
There's
more,
some.
and I guarantee you, they all call but him.
There's
I
some
got an
like that.
8-year-old. I got an 8-year-old with a cell phone. Hey, Dad, just checking on you. An 8-year-old,
Yeah. But you
and
got
you know
some
that,
kids.
Rufus.
Yeah, but some kids, I'm telling you, just ain't your one. There's some others. But
Yeah,
back
but
to
it's a difference when you're sick.
yes, back to her question now. That question, have you ever loved someone deeply but realized you weren't compatible? What made you aware? You know, a sad part about this or a concerning part about this question is if you're the one that loves someone deeply and realize you're not compatible, when you try to make it work, even though you realize you're not compatible, but you convince yourself that you're going to stay in the game, you're going to make it work. You're going
Mhm.
to stay there. You're going to do what it takes and make it work because in your heart, you feel like you're in love and you feel like if you just give it the time, it's going to work because you feel your love is strong enough to win this over and make this work. I've seen that happen several times.
Mm.
I've seen that happen. Anyone other than me seen that happen or been in those situations before?
Yeah, and I'm the first one to tell you to run.
Okay, Annette, were you going to say something?
I just said yes, I have.
Yeah. And this is the thing about Sunday night at 9. We try to do real stuff. We don't do stuff for entertainment or stuff to get ratings. We talk about real stuff because we want you to realize that these things, if we don't learn them or talk to them now or go through them now or get that advice to our friends, ourselves, or get the information we need now, we might be old and go through some terrible stuff because now they got what's called modern relationships. People are doing what they're big and bad enough to do out there. There's no more norms. There's no more old fashioned or new. Everybody's doing what they want to do. And that's why Sunday night at 9 is about real stuff. So, you know, this one right here, that the sad or the concerning thing is that you know you're in a bad situation where you're not compatible and it's not going to work, but you're going to stay there and gonna make it work because you feel you got enough resources or you're resourceful enough to figure you're going to win it over. When bottom line, you're not. Okay. Any more questions about number one before she go to number two question?
I can let you know right now, it's not going to work. It's not going to work.
Well,
That's where you go and you learn how to love yourself and know your worth.
but Mr.
You
Kingdom,
know what you
got a
want.
lot of people, Mr. Kingdom, that says I'm resourceful enough. I'm gonna stay here. I'm gonna make this work. I can
Eh,
see. Hey, I've seen times when I stayed longer than I should have stayed. I
But
should
guess what?
have read the tea leaves and got to running. Run for his
But
run, but I stayed a little longer than I should have stayed.
notice what you just said. You stayed longer than you should have stayed, but your
Yep,
ass still left.
yep. But
So that's why I say you need to leave.
I don't think I'm the only one on this line that has stayed longer. You should have stayed.
I stayed for 18 and a half years and I should have left from day one. So
That's what
I
I'm talking about.
understand. That's what I'm trying to tell you. If you
Okay.
see it, we at the age now where why stay in it for all these years knowing it ain't gonna work. Run, Forrest, run, as you say. Make
Yep.
it make sense.
Yep.
I got a gold medal for that one. I'm running.
Number two, Glenda.
All right. Which matters more to you in this season, emotional safety or passion, and why?
Ooh, that's interesting. What matters more in this season,
We just answered
emotional
that one.
safety or passion?
We just answered that one.
Well, I guess it's for personal now. It's asking personal instead of a group question. It's more of a personal question.
Yeah,
Um,
which matters more to you in this season, emotional safety or passion, and why?
hmm, that's
Well,
interesting.
yeah, Sharon. Well, yeah, Sharon.
Oh.
I was actually typing my answer, but which matters more to me is emotional safety.
Emotional
Okay.
safety. Okay.
Yeah.
I guess that's a chat question. Let's put that one in chat. And welcome, Gigi. Glad to see you here tonight, Gigi. Gigi, the question tonight, the thing tonight is when love isn't enough, when chemistry and compatibility don't align, understanding why love alone doesn't sustain a relationship. And the question on the board right now is which matters more to you in this season of your life? Is it emotional safety or is it passion? And the answer question is why. But we just want to put in the chat, just put safety or either passion in chat. Either safety or short safety or passion. Which matters the most?
Mr. Kingdom, what you want me to type in there for you?
Well, my question was, I want the safety motion. I want the peace of mind.
Okay, so that's safety for you then. Safety. So
Yes.
okay, so I think what's the tally? What's the tally, Glenda? What wins over safety?
Are you giving them a minute or you
That's
want me
what
to
I'm
tell you what
saying.
we have right now?
I don't think you need a minute. I think you got enough right now to tell us what the answer is. I don't think we need a minute.
Okay, so far we have one, two, three, four, five, six
Unanimous.
safety.
All right, so safety won that one. Okay, let's do
Yep.
number three.
Okay. All right. So what
Wait, wait,
value?
wait, 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 wait.
Okay,
Hold up.
I
go ahead.
didn't hear about Glenda or Ruben saying safety
Well, I put
passion.
safety in the chat.
I'm gonna say
Oh, okay,
safety on this one. I'm gonna say safety because right now I'm at an
okay.
age now where safety matters because I'm trying to end this race wise. I want to end well. Go ahead.
All
Glenda?
right. Safety. I
No,
put
I'm
the,
talking about the next one.
oh, okay. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Okay, Mr. Kingdom. All right. What values must be present for your relationship to work for you?
Ooh, that's a good one. We'll say it again. Read it one
One
more time.
word.
One more.
Read it
Just
again.
read it again, Glenda.
Okay. What values must be present for a relationship to work for you?
Ooh,
One word.
what's that, Ms. Kingdom?
Self.
What?
Self values.
Oh,
Self
oh,
values.
oh, self-value.
Oh,
Yes.
I don't know. Now, see, you got. I'm gonna have to do. I'm gonna have to be Miss Kingdom on this one. Explain what you mean.
Make it make
Okay.
sense.
Make it make
I'm gonna
sense.
make it okay to make it make sense. You got to first of all have true values in yourself to know what you want, know what you're allowed to take, know what you believe in and want in something. So you got to first of all have that self value. If you don't have values within yourself, how in the hell can somebody else have values for you or towards you?
The reason why I asked you and say that, Miss Kingdom, that almost sounds like selfish to me. That's why I
That's
wanted to
not
make sure you.
selfish.
That's why I wanted to make sure I understood it.
No, it's not selfish.
I don't know, but it sounds like
You got
almost.
to have values within yourself first because, okay, to make it clearer, if you don't love yourself, how the hell can you love somebody else? Or what love can you expect from somebody else?
Well, I understand that, but maybe it's
Same
me.
thing.
Maybe it's
It
me.
is.
Maybe I'm the one. Maybe I'm the one. Because I think this one was. Let's read that question again, Glenda, so we can make sure we're on the same sheet of music.
Okay. What values must be present for a relationship to work for you?
Okay, and see when you said the way you said self love and all that, Mr. King, that's why I was thinking about selfish because I would think it's what you would find in the relationship total, not so much just with you. It had to be with the other person too. Maybe am I reading it wrong? Audience, am I
Yeah.
No,
reading it wrong?
no, because I would answer the question with compassion and humanity. That would have to be very important on
Yeah.
both our behalf.
Okay, because I was making sure, and I'm not dinging or picking on you, Mr. Kingdom. I'm not doing it.
No, you're not. But the question was, you got to answer, listen to that question very closely.
Okay, let's do it again. Read it one more time,
Say
Glenda.
it again. Say it slow though.
Okay. What values must be present for a relationship to work for you?
Stop. Stop. Rufus,
Yes,
to
I'm listening.
make it make sense, what was the last word she said?
For you.
Thank you. So that's an individual
Okay.
question and personal question. So whatever I said is for me, not for you. So that's how I'm gonna make it make sense.
Okay.
Now,
Okay.
if she didn't put the word you in there to make it personal, then you're right 100%. Because now this is an opinion question. Make sense?
Makes sense to me, but
Okay then.
the way you came out,
Ah, don't
I
be
just had to
mean.
make
Don't
sure.
be mean. Don't be mean.
I'm not
Don't
being
be
you.
mean. You said I'm gonna be Mr. Kingdom. That's what you said. Don't be me.
I just wanted
Make
you
it
to make
make
it make
sense.
sense.
And I did. Okay, I'm sorry.
Any more about this number three before we move on? Any more comments on number three?
I mean, they put things in the chat.
What's in the chat?
Okay, we got honesty, we got trust, we have peace, loyalty. That's about it.
And mine was core values. That's what our core values got to be the same for me. That was mine. Did you have one, Glenda? Did you have?
They would have to, for me, they would have to have a relationship with God. That's very important to
Awesome.
me.
Okay. All right. Okay. What's the next one? Next one's
Four,
four. Okay.
yes, sir. Where have you confused chemistry with true connection in the past? Let me read it again.
That's an easy one.
Where have you confused chemistry with true connection in the past?
Oh, that's an easy one. Anybody want to take a stab at this one? Read it one more time so everybody can make sure everybody is grounded in everybody.
All right, not a problem.
All
Where
right.
have you confused chemistry with true connection in the past?
Okay, explain that, please.
You want to do it or you may do it, Glenda?
You can do it, Mr. Kirby.
Okay. Where have you let your feelings control how you felt about the person? The excitement that you felt the person, the vibes, the way they made you feel, made you think that it was true connection when really it wasn't. The way that person made you feel, you looked at the person, Jesus, oh goodness gracious, you just sparks flying. The chemistry was great, the vibes were there, and this was your person,
It's hard to fool me.
huh?
I said, no, it's hard to fool me. No, I can feel it. I can feel it when a person is genuine and not.
Okay.
But guess what? It's more to it than just that, though, young lady.
What do you
Because
say?
that's what it's more to it than that, young lady.
Mhm.
Because when they just take it to the bedroom, when they get
Oh, no,
whipped,
hell
either
with
you
that.
whip or they whip. Sometimes you have that
Mm-mm,
mentality of you gone.
mm-mm,
So it depends on what we're talking about here.
mm-mm.
And listen to the question. Listen to what she said now.
I heard what she said.
Okay,
I
we
heard what she
good.
said.
We good.
Any more comments on this one? Because this one, this is real. This is real. This has gotten more people in trouble than
Yeah,
any other
long
question
time
she's
ago.
asked tonight. As a matter of fact, that song that Uncle Charlie has, she was coming out of Macy's. He saw Miss Thing. You gonna be my lady? That was all chemistry. That was all chemistry. That was not true connection. I think everybody know that song we're talking about, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
my name is
that's
Charlie.
chemistry. That was not true connection.
Right.
Would we
Okay,
agree
well,
that
don't
was
you outgrow
chemistry?
that?
Huh?
Don't you outgrow that chemistry part to a certain extent as you get
It,
older?
if
You
maturity, you're
should.
right. Mature because maturity, because lust Because all of us would lust. We had those lusting things where we lust. We saw, damn, he's fine, she's fine. Got to have that. That's chemistry.
Right.
And chemistry, what made you go there and ask that question? Excuse me, may we talk? That's chemistry.
Yeah, it's what you see with your eyes first.
Correct. You and your girlfriends are having lunch, and this tall, dark, handsome guy walked by with nice cologne on. Damn, you see him? That's chemistry.
But as you get older, that doesn't even faze you no more.
Yeah,
Because they
exactly.
can look and smell good and still be a snake in the grass.
Yeah, that's chemistry. That is chemistry. Who has comments about tonight? Because right now we're gonna start rolling this one in. And the thing is, when love isn't enough, because Mr. Kingdom said in love and love, he said you're in love, everything works. If you're both in love, no matter what, you can work through the issues. And I think that's what you said, Mr. Kingdom.
Yeah.
Okay. So
But now I said now certain things. It ain't got to, you can't be 50-50 in the issues now.
no, I was just in general. I'll just say that in general. So, did anyone have any comments or anything you want to bring out on this topic, or anything that we missed, or anything you think that you could lend to the conversation tonight that would make it make sense, as Mr. Kingdom said? Because a lot of times we don't give you a chance to just talk, share your thoughts of the subject, because a lot of us has been on both sides of this equation where we thought we had something that was a gold mine, something that we thought was really great, just to go up the road a piece and realize that it won't. We had to do those backpedaling, or as Glenda say, we had to do pushback. We all been there. So anyone want to make any comments? Anybody want to bring anything out before we start reeling this one in and bringing it home?
Yeah, can I say something?
Yes, you
Yeah.
can. Sherry.
What I wanted to say, so we all learned tonight that a physical thing is not the most number one importance in a relationship if you really call it a relationship.
Right.
Right.
Right? Okay. That's what I just wanted to say that.
Do we still look at, is beauty still the number one attraction in relationships now? Do people look for people for beauty now, or we got to the point we can look beyond beauty now when we start relationships?
At our age, we should be looking beyond beauty
Yeah, that's
or
true.
whatever, the physical attraction or whatever.
I agree. You have to look beyond beauty because beauty fades away over time.
Yes, it does.
As long as I ain't got to put a bag over your head, we good.
Hey, Ava.
Beauty plays a big part because if you don't look at beauty when you start, okay, and they on the borderline already, imagine what's going to happen as you get older.
Now, at our age, do we give people grace? Do we give people grace in terms of looks, or they gotta be all together when you talk to them? Because I hear ladies talking about, look at his shoes, look at the way he's dressed, look at, you be saying shoes.
I tell them quick, you worried about the wrong thing. No, that yes, we do have to give them grace because you can if it's something about the person, the way they dress, or even the way a woman puts on makeup, her eyelashes, her eyebrows getting threaded or waxed, some things you can make a comment and they can tweak that. You can buy them new clothes so they can look good when you go out, and maybe they'll catch on that, maybe they'll change their style. Or maybe you say, baby, I love your eyelashes, but do they gotta be so loud and flappy? I mean, some stuff on the outside, it can be changed and altered, but I mean, I think we do give each other a lot of grace when it comes to our outer appearance and the stuff, our clothing and stuff like that. Because that's really not, to me, it's really not that important. What's inside the heart and how you treat me is what's gonna, make or break the relationship.
Okay. Any last comments before Glenda take us home? All right, Glenda, take us home.
As we close tonight, place your hand over your heart. You did Beautiful work. Remember, love is a gift, but alignment is a choice, and you deserve both. This week, may clarity guide you, peace carries you, and self-love anchor you. Until next Sunday night at 9, keep resetting, reconnecting, and rising. You are never alone. Good night, everyone. See you next week.
Good night,
Good
everybody.
night.
Thank